Okay, it's getting late and I gotta make this video. And the lighting is not the greatest, but I'm just gonna do it anyways. If I waited till things were perfect, it would never get done. And something that has helped me tremendously recently is these universal laws. And so I'm going to talk about each one as best I can and teach it to you because it has been so helpful to me. And when you teach it, you learn it better. So I've been told. So a law of action states that every action causes a reaction, or your inaction also causes a reaction. So it's always operating, whether you think so or not, whether you pay attention to it or not. And success isn't always about massive action. What has really expedited my joy of my life is that I've learned the depth of consistent action, the importance of consistent action versus just massive action or the right action. Of course, right actions are super important. Right action is a part of it, but it's how often we do those right actions over and over that makes us successful. Today's right action determines your future success tomorrow and the years after. For example, when I first got sober 19 years ago, I couldn't even comprehend not drinking. Getting through one day, let alone 1 month or a year, seemed impossible. However, now I'm over 19 years sober because I've constructed a perfect system to stay sober every day. Now that I'm retired, I go to a meeting every day. On awakening, I ask God for the right thoughts. I ask God for the right inspirations. I ask God to direct my thinking. I say set prayers every morning. I get connected to the source, my higher power, every morning. Right away is what I'm doing. Now I have a set wake-up time every morning. It doesn't have to be 2:45 like me. 5 a.m. or earlier is stellar. I used to not be able to get out of bed until like 8 or 9, maybe 10. I loved sleep, lived for sleep. I was so lazy. So now for the last few years, I've been getting up at 2:45. I didn't choose that. I literally got yelled at. I felt like sometimes God whispers. Sometimes you hear it loud, audibly inside of you. And I heard it loud 2 nights in a row. I was woke up out of a dead sleep. 2:45. I was like, okay. So 2:45 just sort of became this game that I challenged myself to wake up at 2:45 every morning. And I have been loving it. Of course, I don't feel that way all the time when I first wake up in the morning, but once I make myself do it, it's created this confidence and created more time to be successful throughout my day. I get myself prepared in the best way before I meet the world. I really love it. The dog's drinking. I'm pet sitting dogs right now, which I love to do. I retired 2 years from corrections. It's not what I felt like I was called to. So now I retired to be a personal coach and just create the best me for the rest of eternity and help others do that too. So small, consistent actions is maybe even more important than massive action. And it's more difficult at first when we start new actions, but it's easier when you gain momentum. Like I'm used to getting up at 2:45 every day, and I don't stay in that negativity quite as long as I used to. And sometimes I'm even excited to get up. Right now it's 7 o'clock, and I'm looking forward to bedtime at 7:30. I wind down because 2:45 comes early. It's a habit that I decided to adhere to, and glad I did. And after I did that, so I learned that the Dalai Lama gets up at 3 a.m. every morning. It's the same thing. Many spiritual people get up at that hour. They say it's 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. is the most spiritual hour. And I find that hour is when I'm most connected to my higher power too. So I get up that time every day and meditate and pray over my coffee, have my cream of rice or oatmeal, quick rinse, get to the gym, or do some burpees. Right away, get into action. Action, action, action. Every positive action ripples out into the world and has an effect on others too. Whether you can see them or not, it matters. Matters to them and you. Every positive action or lack of action comes back to you. So it's very, 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 very important that we pay attention to the actions that we take. Stop being fake. Be authentically you, everything you do. Another important thing about the law of action I have learned that has been helpful to me is to begin with the end in mind. The reason I get up every day and work out and pray is that I have an end goal, an end figure that I want to keep, that I want to maintain, a health. I want to be healthy, wealthy, stellar, sober, fit. And I see the end goal so that I just line up those actions every day that create that in the best way. Anything that doesn't line up with that, then I don't do it. And it's a great way to spend your day. When you know exactly who you are and what you want to become, when you know what you're capable of, when you know what your standards are, that's how you become a star. To me, I'm a star. Maybe I'm not a celebrity in every household, but I know that I'm a star in God's eyes. I'm a star in my eyes, and getting to live this life is the best prize ever. Getting the air to breathe, and so much to be grateful for. So much more. So that's a very important action every day, is getting into gratitude right away. And the ladies that I get to sponsor and coach, we're on a gratitude thread. And we have a thread where we text just five gratitudes every day. And it's only for positive things to lift each other up along the way. And it takes a tribe to keep up that vibe. So you gotta find your tribe. That's one action you need to take. And how you do that is just stop being fake. Be authentically you. Listen to the voice inside of you. Really connect to that God above and stay in love. And your vibe will attract your tribe, as they say. So, law of action. Just get into action. Even small, repetitive actions every day that lead to your goals in big ways. Like, say you wanted to chop down this gigantic tree. If you took a chop at it every single day, eventually it will fall. So, listen to your call and just take a chop at it every day. Decide what you want the end to look like. The best you, the best version of you. What does that look like? What does she do? What does she say? What characteristics does she have? What does she look like? Does she have a nice car? What kind of car? What you authentically love, that's what you do. So, decide who you want to be, and then line up those actions creatively. Love you.